Dying every time he talked about the major win last year. It's been a while since he was part of the Cloud9 organization, but he certainly still loves them very dearly. And unfortunately for them, they're going to have to absolutely turn things around. They're going to have to step up tremendously.
What is this?
That's a deep smoke. That's pushed flush already, and it's limited Zelsis. This isn't a bad approach from Furia.
I love this. You can see the smokes in front of the bomb site there to segregate players, but finally Cloud9 showing some form and headshots. We are seeing Zelsis light it up. It's a 5-on-2, and Vinny will have to try and pull off some heroics here to pull this one back in their favor. Not going to happen. It was an interesting strap for sure. Smokester and CT spawn in front of the bomb site. That was successful. Maybe this could be as well. He almost gives up a knife kill there, but it will be 4 players surviving for Cloud9. They've equaled the total now that they got on Mirage. So there we have it. Cloud9, a good start. This is the Furia map pick, and they don't get off to that flying start they had in the first map. So I assume this will be the full eco now, and Cloud9 a chance to get a couple of rounds on the board at least.
Everything was great about the approach, except for the fact they didn't cover new box. And when they got distracted by him, that's exactly when Coffins struck to get the kills. Zelsis almost might have been better off to let Flusher get that knife kill. I think he was even looking at him at the end like, hey man, I was like right there. Give me that money. Either way, when you lost 16-1 in the opening map, just get the kills. Get it over with. I won't fault him for it. Yuri's got one back. Flush has been dinked, but only just as he takes down Abel. Spotted out the bottom toward alt middle as well. Kiyashima down toward... Ooh, Flush is on 1, you've just pointed out.
Yeah, that's a little bit dicey. Cloud9 needs to be careful here. They should win the round, no problem, but they don't need to be this aggressive. But Kiyashima, he's got a kill. That's $600 in the bag, and as they keep it at just 1 casualty, they should be absolutely fine. Jumping towards the underpass, not advisable, but there will be a trade from Zelsis. He's going to pick that one up. They lose 2 kills there, and that's $300 per each kill, so... I think Furia will be okay with that. Could have been better with the plant, but very difficult with nothing there. They've got more than enough for AK's armor, a smoke and a couple of flashes, and I'm sure that's what's going to be brought out here. We are off. Can Cloud9 keep this up? They've got an SMG in the hands of Flusher. With 2 players going down there, she better bring out some rifles and be ready for battle as we head into round number 3. This will be indicative as to whether they can actually really do something with this CT half. If they can get this round, we'll start believing as we continue here on Inferno. And it's going to be Flusher with the MP9, going to be throwing the incendiary down towards the underpass, and that's a great shot from Art and also from Rush. As the chaos continues here, it's going to be Zelsis, who's looking aggressive there towards the banana area. Rush goes down to 12 as Vinny is combative towards our B sites, trying to get the banana control.
Back away through the smoke. Yeah, that was a pretty swift exchange. If Rush was a second sooner, they'd be on a 5-on-4 right now. They are going to push the mid wall, all 4 there, bomb included. They've already cleared off and gotten around the corner, so no rotation from Cloud9, meaning that the arch open, automatic, waiting to cover it off, though. And he's got the AUG in position. Needs to be careful not to get caught inside. Moto takes the steps forward before they round the corner, and he can back into the site as a result. He'll support Rush, and already just that single kill, he's pretty much dissuaded them from going toward arch. Forget that. I like this. He is convinced of that as well, and he gets dynamic, rotates directly back in their face. This is more what we expect to see from Automatic. He should be, in my opinion, the star player. Flusha as well, sure. Keo on entry, great. Both good additions in terms of individual skill. Automatic should be the star of this team.
Yeah, well, he's going to bring that AWP out soon, so get ready for that. It can be quite a high-flying affair on Inferno. Loves to be dynamic and get stuck in as well. He's got the AUG for now. Already got a couple of frags, and might be able to get 3 as he pushes towards those apartments. He's just going to be 2 remaining players on the T side and Automatic using all the sound cues. That's bomb down towards second middle, and it's up to Vinny now to pull this back. Can he cause any sort of financial damage? He doesn't seem to think so. Throwing away the AK preemptively, knowing that he doesn't want the CTs to have that, for good reason as well, as... you can't buy that weapon on the CT side, of course. It has one-tap potential, and CTs will be very keen to pick that up and use it on their defense as we get into it now. And will be Cloud9 3-0, presumably with the eco up and coming from Furia. No bomb plants really coming through at all. Automatic doing a great job, very defensive, and an aggressive angle there actually works out for him, and using that sound key to find the bomb. Partial buy.
Much more like it now from Cloud9. We've got the interesting thing going on, the Care Bear countdown. 5 kills Automatic, 4 kills Zelsis, 3 kills Rush, 2 kills Kiyashima, 1 kill Flusha.
Wow.
0 kills for you and me.
Indeed. The way it should be.
For me, at least. Vinny's already inside of the boiler room. They'll clear out stairs as well. Pistols taking the A site through the close quarters of the apartments. That's not uncommon.
Remember, they get maximum loss bonus into the next round.
Yes.
With the current setup, so they can afford to take a partial buy here and get $3,400 per player going forward. Flashbang's out though, trying to cause some chaos here, but Automatic beats a flashbang. He'll get the first kill. You can see them waiting for that smoke to pop, maybe a little bit too early there on the commitment, but it's 3 kills for Cloud9. They know the last 2 remaining players of Furia reside. That's in the pits, and maybe not for long. Flasher getting stuck in with both kills. This is much more like it. Finally getting some frags on the board, and it is going to be 4-0 against the Pistols there, but here comes the full buy, and presumably we'll see the AWP come out on the T side just to mix things up. Money not amazing for it. You can see they're all hovering around 5k, so maybe not actually, as we'll continue on the CT side. Cloud9 will get a chance to chat as Furia call for their first timeout here and work out their options.
So 4-0. The first time they've used a timeout from behind. They used it last game, as you mentioned, in the lead.
Yes.
To make sure that they reset and kept control after just that one round. I think it was around 10 or 11 they used it. And they haven't got many kills. That's the concerning factor. Round 4 last game, it was very evident that Cloud9 weren't winning duels. There was a lot of peaks toward top mid, one by one. We saw Keo and Flusha both go down without really hitting any shots. It was early on a Mirage, and it was painting a picture for us. Is it going to be similar this time? Because Furia has only got 4 kills so far, and they come from 2 different players. Yuri and Art each splitting the difference. Again, Cloud9's going to as well go toward the 3-man B off default, so they want to try and let the utility do the talking. They do, but it's a little late. That's better from Yuri. Still 2 players with the kills, but he's doubled his total. They've got a 2-man advantage to work toward the B site. Remember when you used to be able to throw the smoke all the way over from CT spawn?
Oh, yes.
You couldn't anymore. Now you need the 3rd man there, and even with that, they couldn't get it done. The utility never got down there fast enough. They had such great speed to get inside Banana. Automatic, therefore, is burrowed inside of the site. They may not expect that. That could change it a little bit, especially if Flusha acts as if he's the first rotation, and that's exactly what happens, but he still has to hit the shots. Can't do it. Flusha's at least got Art to pull it back.
Automatic doing a fantastic job here of buying time. That smoke makes things incredibly uncomfortable here. Furia might give this round up still, as here comes Flusha once again, saving the day. Automatic still alive as well. And all of a sudden, the round falls on its head. A 5 versus 3, somehow converted to a victory for Cloud9 there. It's all down to Automatic. That one frag, the smoke deployed, and them unable to grant any sort of access towards the bomb site. Abel will try and pull this one back, but such a great position from Flusha that guarantees the round.
It's all down to Automatic being in the site. Again, he was the 3rd man. He reacted by saying, right, I'm not rotating off. My smoke didn't work. They're dead. I'm going in the site. But Flusha's presence was a big part of that as well. The second Flusha made contact, boom, Automatic pops out. Hey, by the way, 3rd man in the site. Sorry, guys.
Indeed. Well, there we have it. Cloud9 finally looking competitive here. They've managed to find some huge frags there in a position that looked like they were absolutely done for. It is going to be 5-0 as we go forward. Furia, even with the maximum loss bonus, will have to take a partial buy here. Deagles across the board, a few smokes as well. HE from Flusha should cause some damage here. Quite substantial as well. That will do it. Headshot towards Abel. And Zelsis, they can fall back a B. Definitely now with this advantage they have. Good grenades and presence across the map. Automatic and a little bit damage there towards middle. But they've guaranteed the round pretty much at this point. Just need to hold strong and make sure no mistakes are made. No overextensions. In this case, Serato will be waiting for any CTs pushing that banana area. The bomb is on their back at least. There's a nice little pick from the Deagle. Gonna need a lot more where that came from.
Okay, Serato will wait it out. Finally hits the scoreboard. The 3rd player to do so now on Furia. Yuri sits to wait as well. Kiyoshima's going to back it away. He's got the AUG still to look down just to make sure. Anchoring on Banana. We're starting to see the rotations, the confidence of Cloud9 in their situation. Get 3 back on A, play the crossfires. Entirely doable, and Kyo's going to call for the rotation now. Here it comes. It'll be Flusha that gets back in position naturally. Deagles can certainly do damage, so don't take them lightly. More to the point, they also get the AUG. Kyo didn't, smartly so, didn't have the confidence and had the wisdom not to go down and try and remove that from position, throw it over the fence, because they were still at the bottom of mid at the time. So it's 1 gun for them to work with, but it's removed immediately. Kisarato goes down, Flusha's got the position, Kiyashima at the crossfire. They'll get 1 more off of Art, he dies immediately after.
Cloud9 on their feet. It's official. 6 rounds to 0. No one fragging on the Furia side now. It's going to be Abel down to 0 and 6. Same story for Vinny. K Serato with 1 kill. Top frag is Yuri on 4. As the AWP comes out for the first time, it's in the hands of Art. And interesting enough, we have a Krieg as well for Vinny. We don't see that weapon too often, to be honest, compared to the AK or the AUG for that matter. And they're looking at the money for Cloud9 as well. They've barely made a dent on their CD side. They've got a buy in the bag, rush for $10,000 of residual cash after the reinvestment. So they're good for a couple of losses here, to be fair, as Flushout throws a nice incendiary there, right down to the bottom of the middle. Doesn't have to risk committing and showing himself. You can see how much damage that's doing. So the AWPer as well has to extinguish it and waste one of his smokes.
Yeah, how often do you see people go into the underpass position, that little pit, to try and limit the target? Lands there. It's a very good Molotov. Art has crawled through the dark spot. He gets over toward alt mid now instead. They'll take their approach a little bit higher up toward the site. An automatic on the AWPs already got toward the arch site, covered off. Abel J. He's the only one still not to find a frag yet. So the experience of Cloud9 perhaps finally pulling them back into it. Zelsis gets absolutely dunked on. This is aggressive from automatic. Smoke is gone. Flash there. They now know where the op is. But he can still fall back and play very defensively at the arch side. He's going to go further than that. I think he's going to rotate it all the way back over toward B. He thinks that his presence was enough to discourage them from trying to take top middle. 29 seconds. Problem with this is that Automatic didn't get the information. They're all there. It's all on Zelsis and Keo. No smokes down in front of Keo just yet, and he gets a lineup. Inside of the smoke, he might get a third. Yuri standing there as well. They hesitated. They slowed down just a little bit, and that left them perfectly lined up. Zelsis finds another. Keo will step back in case Serato's lost inside of the smoke. The round lost as well.
This is such a bizarre event, isn't it? We had this similar sort of scene yesterday with the Ents game. We had a complete blowout in the first map. The second, they didn't turn up at all on. It's really difficult to analyze and dissect this information and work out what's changed. And especially when it's the opponent's map pick as well. You win 16-1, you come into the second map, you assume they're going to look lights out, continue that form where they left off. But now 7-0 down, a taste of their own medicine. And boy, is it bitter. Still can't frag, can't get the bomb down, barely making a dent on any of these rounds, as they'll take another timeout here and get into the next round, number 8, but still quite early days. Remember, on the T side of Inferno, 3 or 4 rounds could be enough. But statistically, some of the worst events performances we've seen from some of these players in a long time. And it might not be too late at this point. If they can continue this, they can take it to a third, which is cash, remember, a bit of a NA stomping ground. We'll see his Kiyoshima completely through the smoke, almost got 3 as well.
So close to finding a third one. So the second timeout now used by the Brazilians. Nice nade. Art. He cops that one. Goes down to 58 even with armor. Now way down the bottom of middle. We saw this yesterday quite often. You are right, this does have reminiscence or remnants of yesterday's series with Ents, where both maps were taken by the opposing team, the team that didn't pick it, and the third one was bizarre in itself, going from 13-2 to 16-14, I think, as it was.
Yes, the third map that was on train, I believe. But there we go. Just pistols here. Can be deadly on Inferno, but looks like they're going to be shut down quite quickly. It's able to be dropped first. It's banana aggression working out very well as Cloud9 have full control. If they're damaged towards Art as well, 3 smokes still available for the T's, but will they get a chance to even use them here? 1 minute on the clock. Waiting for smokes to dissipate, and we'll head back towards B and see if they can even get a trade. But a player on the half wall and one beneath as well. It's almost certain that Cloud9 has mowed them all down as they get ready for it. Zelsis being baited in, and here comes the damage, the pain, as the bullets rain down towards the banana here. One more shot from Kiyoshima will close out the round. He's got the Deagle in hand. He wants to finish this off now. He doesn't want to let him near the site, and he will be dropped, but still no bomb planted.
Deagle's almost like the worst gun. He didn't realize he was low HP. He could have just fired one more AUG shot at him, but nonetheless, yes, 8-0. It's the same game as the last one, just the opposite direction. Cloud9 making up for it. And the interesting stat on the desk, I thought, that really painted the picture for Cloud9, that It's pretty bleak. 16-3 they lost to Tyloo. 16-6 they lost to Vici. That game they lost 16-1. That's not like, okay, no coach, no direct in-game leader. Obviously, Flush is in-game leading for them, but it's not golden. And still, though, they've got so much experience. That's not acceptable at any level.
Yeah, 3 maps, getting 10 rounds. It's a nightmare.
And I think just a few weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken, didn't they trade series with FaZe? They were very close. Someone tweeted me saying.
It was 2-1, so they took a map off FaZe.
So it's a far cry from where they want to be. Abel J falls back. We saw the same lineup in Portugal, but with Refresh. Instead, Vinny and Abel. Good entrance this time. Finally something for Furia to get rolling with, but Flush is still going to find them above the smoke. Looks toward Oranges too. That's a predictable spot to be boosted into, or jump into, rather. But this is a great spot from Vinny. On the Krieg, by the way, we don't often see it as much. Flush is going to check it, though. He wins it out on the AUG. Chance for the retake, but Abel's the next in line. Those chickens
There's a lot of them.
pretty much giving him away right now. That's a squabble if I've ever seen one. They've all died. God, that is a barbecue.
It absolutely is. And there's so much money available to them, automatic. And even though he can't win the round at this point, he's going to try and take down as many players as he possibly can as he looks to actually go for a defuse here, just as suggesting he will perhaps. Just throwing that smoke on there, making sure they stay around as long as possible. Yuri will get one more. They get a round, sure, but only one player survives. Now, that's a huge problem with so much reset potential here, and the fact they're all going to get $3,500 on top of the zero they had there. So there's going to be some compromises going to the next round. We might need a timeout here just to work out how they're going to coordinate themselves and make up for it. You can see Vinny there, 3,800 as he gets into the next round. He's 1-9 right now, as Abel to do a great job, actually, as you could see him holding the AK-47 towards the end, and all the chickens squawking around him didn't seem to affect his performance. So there we have it. First round on the board. I really can't explain to you how this keeps happening at this event. The disparity in the score lines across the series doesn't make sense to anyone, but here we are. We'll get into it. Furia.
I want to know a stat. If you could ask me anything I'd change about Counter-Strike right now,
Okay.
wouldn't be burst relevance to bring back the FAMAS or burst on the Glock. Wouldn't be anything. I want Valve to calculate chicken damage per round.
How does that work?
Just figure out how much damage an average player's done to a chicken and have that as a stat. That's what I want. Make it happen. Valve. Vinny's got Kiyashima. 2 kills for him, though, before going down. Zelsis is also inside CT spawn. They've read this very well. This wrap, and he's looking for Art. Zelsis will get him. His 9th kill. So he's keeping up with everyone. Rush still sitting on 4-1, but again, it's kind of similar to what we saw from Kesarado last game. He just doesn't have to do much over toward the A site. They haven't really been getting past the mid-wall. Haven't seen them inside the site much at all. In fact, the only bomb plant was the last round, and that's the only win. This is a reset. So this is pretty much exactly how Mirage went.
You're absolutely right. It is, isn't it? They get that one round, then they're reset with nothing. They'd have to force buy this one because there honestly is nothing left. Even if they took an eco, there'd be nothing in there for them. So they got to buy it out with CZs. One Tech-9 there, a few smokes as Rush drops the incendiary, this time in the more traditional manner instead of flushes. Lovely, innovative one from the top of mid. They'll have to wait for the utility battle as it rages on. The flames towards all the main choke points. And how do they crack open Inferno here? Who's going to find them that kill? They are a flashy team. We saw the aim potential on Mirage. This is their map pick, and it's difficult to understand how we've got here. But for now, Cloud9 will focus on the Orgs. You can see they're nowhere near to being broken. So much cash remaining. Even if they lose a couple more, they'll still be okay. Furia have full mid control. You can see Cloud9 playing a very passive crossfire mentality towards that A site. Got the open library. 2 rifles on the side, 2 towards B. Just making sure they use the range to their advantage, knowing the pistols on the other side.
Oh my, let's see how this goes. Deep smoke, but perfect time for the flames to be dropped.
Yeah, see Flusher pushing through the smoke as well and just taking control back.
Yeah, smoke outlasts the fire, but they take advantage of the fact that they have that 7 seconds automatic also rotated out of the library into the arch. Flush elected to back off because of that. They don't need it to both be forward, but they moved perfectly based on that one bit of utility, that one small detail. Bomb down, Pistol's gonna find nothing in this, and Cloud9 echoing exactly what happened in the first game to them. And so far, based on that, we've only had 2 T-sided rounds won in this entire series.
At
26 CT rounds.
So, do we want to say that this could be an org-related matter? The fact that every team is using it every gun round, and that seems to be the current mentality. Whoever starts CT first of the orgs.
Okay, look, there's some truth to that. There's some truth to the CT sides being much better now with the AUG. Maybe too powerful. Maybe you're right. Maybe this is something to do with it. When you only get 1 round, I think that's
I'm just
not
discussing the speculation that's been put on social media recently. A lot of people have said like this org has boosted CT
There's no
sides.
question it has. There's no question it has. But at the same time, we were sitting in the green room the other day saying we need another CT-sided, heavy CT-sided map for the sake of those brilliant comebacks, for the sake of the pressure that it puts on the game. Nuke's kind of leveled out in a lot of ways. That's quite swift from Automatic. That's not AUG. That's AWP and CZ, and a very good decision to switch over to the pistol just in time. Yeah, look, maybe it is too powerful now, but it's the same for both sides, essentially, when you swap over at half. If you stomp halves, if we start getting regular 14-1s, 13-2s, 12-3s, okay, then it's too powerful, because the second team, when they swap over, it's too much pressure in the early going to get the economy built up.
Yeah.
But if you're getting to 9-6 from what was formerly 8-7, or if you're getting to 10-5 from what was formerly maybe even a T-sided half, it still gives the potential for the comeback.
Well, that was the full eco. 11-1 down now. No one really fragging at all in the Furia department. Top fraggers are Yuri and Art with 5 apiece. Pretty much everyone's died 12 times, and that's how many rounds have taken place.
I think you'd have to take an average sample size of this entire major and compare it to majors of the past before the AUG and see how many CT-sided rounds get won on average in the other. That's really the only way you could determine that.
Definitely an article there, ready to be...
Peter from HLTV. I'll give you the stats this time.
Yeah, you're going to give them to him?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful.
People don't actually know it. I own and run HLTV.
I knew that.
I write all the articles myself, and I program the website.
You write those forum threads about yourself as well, or?
I don't think I'd bash myself that hard.
11-1.
There's some creative insults in there.
There certainly are. AKs, a Krieg, and a Dream. That's what they're going to have right now. This is not going well for them. As the smoke deployed preemptively for the Molotovs, and nice little angle there as well. We see this boost quite a lot. As he looks towards T, steps on the pallet's going to spot one. Nice shot from Automatic. It's starting to see now why I'm hyped about his AWP presence. He's actually very, very talented with it. Had to take over once Skadoodle departed. It was interesting when in that transition period, looking for a new fifth, even when Skadoodle was still in the team, he went to Rifle, and Automatic was full-time AWP, getting ready for the role when they found that next Rifler. So it's quite interesting how that developed, and it's looking quite good for him. First map, of course, wasn't great, but this is much better on the CT side. It goes back to the 4-on-4, and Vinny, I was about to say, is he going straight through that smoke? It would have been an ambitious play, but besides the full bag, Zelsis is aware of his presence, though.
He is absolutely aware. Was aware, I should say, that smoke certainly could leave him the option of walking away from it all. It takes a bigger man to walk away, Henry.
It certainly does.
Automatic's going to rotate around as well toward New Box. Again, the utility looking excellent from Cloud9. Vinny, he's had enough of Quesarado. Your 3 kills ain't cutting it for me, man. But my 3 kills, they are. As he gets one off the trade at least. Abel J's going to go down. Automatic finding 2. Now we're seeing why he should be the star as he gets the AWP in a perfect position. 4 kills for Timmy. And it's the 12th round for Cloud9.
21 in total for Automatic, and there was 4 in that particular round. They were all very impactful, denying the plant once again, even with 4th state loss bonus now. No plants have taken place. Only on the round they won, they've got the bomb down. That's it. You can see that demonstrated on the right-hand side of the screen. Every other round has led to a 5-man wipeout, as Automatic just completely ruins them on every facet of the map. It's 12-1. And for good reason, you can see why, as the charts come in here. Automatic knows they won't have an AWP. Looks towards the T, steps at a grenade. A tactical nuke, if you will, lands right in the middle of them. And it was a B-rush attempt, but held up by the smoke, so they're going to have to wait at this point. They have 1 smoke themselves. and a flashbang. As Zelsis sits at first oranges with the flash out. It's going to help out Kiyoshima when as soon as he starts firing, that's when the flash will be pulled. Changing their setup a little bit here. Incendiary's thrown and a flashbang as well as Zelsis gets ready for the big spray down. He'll take 2 to the grave with him as Kiyoshima looks to close this one out in style. And my God, have they done that. No plan once again. They lose 1 frag. It's 13-1. What the hell is going on here, Matt?
At least you didn't call me Dan.
I know.
I
was almost
I know you were. I have no idea. Rush is... There's so many similarities. We've got 2 players. Okay, a little bit. 1 over 20 already. 21 for automatic. 16-15. Flush and Kishima. The same thing for Rush that Kisarato had last game. 5 kills, 1 death. It's not that he's not getting kills. He's just not seeing anyone, period.
Are they going to 16-1 them back?
That would be phenomenal, wouldn't it?
Has that ever happened before? I guess there's been one-sided comebacks and all that sort of thing before, but 2 back-to-back 16-1s would be ridiculous.
Well, you know what that means.
What does it mean?
Quadruple, quintuplet, 6, whatever overtimes in the 3rd map.
That's probably the case. Cash is coming up next, a little bit faster pace map than Inferno. Automatic is not slowing down though. The flashbang comes through, but he doesn't re-peek it. He has been tagged out, wants to play a more defensive game now, knowing that this round, it's pretty important. It's number 15 here. Don't get carried away. I respect that decision. And Flusher just going to check out Archer, confirms it's clear. As his teammates now go focus towards middle and Automatic. I don't think he's missed it all shot this half. Pretty unbelievable. His 23rd frag and maybe gets another here as well. An opportunity, but he'll fall back and just wants to make sure his teammates can close this one out. Shocking scenes.
It's unbelievable. Abel and Art. Art sometimes does enable. Or so I was told at art school. Kiyoshima finds 2. It's 14-1 again, Henry. It is a laughing matter. I don't know what the hell's going on. I hope you're entertained. That's all I can say as we're going to take a short break at halftime.
On my own, when you spill that rum and coke on my t-shirt, yeah, your eyes made it difficult to get my baby. And the next thing I knew, we were so ready to give in, skin to skin on that baseline. Ooh, you give me that high-pitched feel, baby. We shared a cigarette by East Versailles. The way you looked at me, couldn't say goodbye. And whatever you did, don't make it stop. 'Cause baby, you make me
We might have gotten rid of red dots on the radar, but it appears we are still living in an augmented reality because this has been an unbelievable series, and I don't even know how to describe it. It's 30-2 in terms of rounds distributed between the CT side and the T side, and it's certainly a topic for discussion. This time, fortunately, Cloud9 started out on the CT side, so they have the 14-1 lead.
Yeah, I wish I was smart enough to really dissect this one for you, but as you mentioned, I think we need to look at the stats with the org changes now and see whether it really is the case that that's the real difference maker, or this is just an anomaly. I'm not sure. As Cloud9 go for an apartments rush, they've already got out. Abel will have to find quick headshots here, but it's Kia Sherma. With the first blow, he'll be able to take him down in the pit. The bomb's down already, Matt. And they've got a retake here. This will be 15-1, as it's a 5-on-4 here. Cloud9 with the bomb planted. There is a kit available, but this retake is going to be exceptionally difficult. Maybe not for K Serrata, though. He'll get the first kill as Automatic looks to fight back here. With 23 frags to his name, he gets one more, and so does Kiyoshima.
15-1. Cloud9 in a position to close it. If you're going to have that 14-1 scoreline, if the Augs are going to be even, not if the pistol rounds occur. It's unbelievable. This series is just one after the other. I mean, who could have predicted that this is how it would go down? Cash is next. I'm just going to say it. We're going there.
Yeah, we are.
That's already concluded at this point in time.
Yeah. If this is back-to-back 16-1s on CT starts, like, it does beg the question, what's going on?
All we really need now is a 15-0 CT side answered by a 15-0 CT side to force overtime.
I'm not sure if that's ever happened on a big staged LAN, even across all versions of CS. I'm not sure that's ever happened. I know 14-1s have been turned around to 16-14s, but I'm not sure if a 15-0 has ever been turned around. I couldn't tell you. Well, we'll see if this will be a 16-1, as it will be rush trading blows. 4-on-4. Vinny, this is going to have to be one hell of a play, I'm afraid, as he drops a decoy there, and his teammates going down. He does a little bit of damage there, but now he's there alone, even more so now, as it's the 4 versus 2, 16-1 on the cards. Both CTs on this side of the map. The smoke's a little bit too deep, allows Art to push forward. They've gone back towards A. That pretty much locks it down. CTs had a slight chance, maybe 10% of winning that round if they're both there. Now that will drop to almost 0. Maybe we can raise those chances a little bit, though. Vinny will find an AK-47. They have no kits, of course, and they know exactly where these last 2 CTs are as the bomb is planted in an open position. They have no utility on the T side, but I don't think that will be a massive problem for them. Kiyoshima in the bedroom, ready to take anyone down who jumps across. You can see him perfectly positioned and absolutely rattles the head of Vinny there. It looks like it's done, as Arts will try and scrape this one back. It's going to have to be something absolutely godlike at this point. Has to make a ton of noise as he comes out the apartments here. 3, 2, 1, and we're done. Back-to-back 16-1s. I've never seen anything like it. Matt, we're going to cash. Have you got any last words?
I have none. Fortunately, I suppose it's not the last word. We're going to have another map. It is going to be cash. You're absolutely right. You and I always seem to get the weird series. The 7 or 9 hour best of 5s, the 78 rounds of continuous overtime. Double 16-1s. I don't know what is going on.
Unbelievable scenes here. We are going to cash, but first we'll check in with the analyst desk after this break.